Hello students, welcome back to the online classes of physics. This is your Imam is back again with a new lesson, that is sound. So we have learned about the sound, we have learned about how the sound is using the medium to travel. Yes, today we will learn about the characteristics of sound. What are the characteristics of sound? Okay, today we will learn about the characteristics of sound. So the characteristics of sound, usually it mostly dependent on three. What are those? Loudness, okay, feebleness, and amplitude. Okay, feebleness, loudness, and amplitude. So sometimes people talk loudly and sometimes people speak very softly, isn't? We sometimes speak very loudly and sometimes we speak like in a faint voice. Yes. So if we hit a table or a board, if I hit a board, okay, you see there is a sound louder. If I just tap on the board, you just see the how the sound is, right? If I hit it, the sound which is coming out is different, it's louder. And if I simply just tap, that is different, isn't? So here, like the sound which is coming louder is nothing but it is very loud sound. Like this is a loud sound which is coming, right? If I when I'm doing like this, what the sound is coming out is nothing but feeble sound. So it's loud and feeble, that is soft. Okay, loudly when we are speaking, the sound coming is loudness. Feeble is very a soft kind of or very slow kind of sound. Yes, and amplitude is nothing but when we are speaking, the see the sound is traveling through waves. Yes. So the distance when till what it is traveling, the how much distance it is traveling, the distance covered by a sound is called as amplitude. Okay. To allow the sound to travel, amplitude is very compulsory. So in our daily lives also we hear many sound like very loud sound and very feeble sound and on different occasions, right? For example, sound emitting from the drums. When the sounds come out from the drums, how they are very loud. Yes, during the prayers or assembly in the school are very loud. But the sound produced while we are talking or we are taking pledge in the assembly is feeble. When we are taking pledge in the assembly is very feeble. So we know that Diwali is a festival of sound. As we can see that Diwali is coming now. So it's a very good festival of light and sound, right? Patake. All the crackers they'll be cracking like a dome sound, right? So when we burst crackers, we get a very loud sound. Yes. So those sounds are feeble or loud. Yeah, both kind we can find. We can see in some we have loud and in some we have very feeble, like chitputties at the chit 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 sound. Very feeble sound also will come. And in these like huge crackers, like we have rockets, we have very big Sutli bomb, Lakshmi bombs, all those things they have very loud sound. So this sound is caused due to the vibrations produced and these vibrations produce sound. Yes, so vibration is a must for the sound production. Now, as we are saying that sound is produced by vibration and vibration produces sound, that means there is a very deep connection between the sound and vibration. Yes, to know it, we'll just try to learn about few activities. So what we are going to do, we are going to first take some wooden table. We are going to take one wooden table and we are going to take 30 centimeter metal scale. We get usually in our schools also, sometimes we will use for drawing and mostly it is used for the in the wooden factories to measure. or we can take even blade also. If you don't have this metal scale, you can use blade also, that which we use for cutting of wood, hacksaw blade, and a brick. So what we are going to do now, we are just going to take a table, and on this table we are going to place a this scale. We are going to place this scale. Okay, we are going to place this scale, and on this scale for weight we are going to add a brick. We are going to keep the brick here like this. Now what we are going to do, we are just going to vibrate the blade using the greater force. Simply we are going to vibrate it. We are just going to hit it like this. We have placed it like this now. So we are going to just do like this. You can see there is a vibration. The blade will start vibrating like this. Like for example, if I'm keeping the scale, if I'm keeping the scale like this, okay, if I'm keeping the scale like this, and just imagine that this is the metal scale and it's on the table with a weight here. Okay, with a weight here, I'm just trying to, so this is like what it is going to happen. It is going to shake, but this is because of plastic. This is not going to shake. But if you are keeping a metal scale, it is going to vibrate like this. Okay. So when the scale is vibrating, we can hear some kind of sound coming out of it, right? So that means the vibration is producing the sound. The initial position of the scale at rest along the surface of the table is called as the mean position. Okay, the initial, before we are shaking it, just it is placed, right? So that without disturbance, it is called as mean position. Then it is going to shake, like it is going up like this, and it may also go down like this, right? When it is vibrating, it will move like this, right? So that positions we can take it as, one can be OA, OB, this is O, OC, OD, OE. Yes, the to and fro motion of a body from its mean position is known as one vibration. This to and fro, suppose this OA coming back, going back, this is your mean position, right? This is your mean position. So when the to and fro motion is taking place, when it is come from here, it is going here and coming back, this is called as one vibration. Okay, from here again it is going here and coming back, this is called as second vibration. Like this, when it is going down, coming here, it is called as third vibration. So like this, one moment, one to and fro from the mean position and coming back, that is called as the one vibration. So the body vibrates from the mean position OA, OC, and come back to OA, then it then moves from OA to OB and comes back. The maximum displacement of vibrating body from its mean position is called as amplitude. So maximum distance it is covering, that is nothing but your amplitude. So with this we complete the activity to know the relationship between the intensity of sound produced by a body and the vibration of our body. Next class we will continue about the next other topics of sound. Thank you.